All right, so we are back again with another live. AJ, Claudius, what's going on, guys? Oh man, it's been a while. Yeah, I know. I've been kind of radio silent here for a little bit. Um, kind of took like a little bit of a break, I guess you could say, for a few days. Actually, it's probably been more like almost 2 weeks. Um, yeah, and I just started to start printing. Um, I've been really into printing cars lately, and I completely forgot about this Lambo that we almost did. Yeah, it's printing out right now. Um, it's gonna be like a low poly version of like a. It might be like an old Aventador or something like that. Um, but yeah, I've been really into printing off cars as of late. Um, Making a birthday gift for my dad right now, um, with a couple different cars and stuff like that. Yeah, I know. The RC cars. There was a guy in here not too long ago that joined in the stream, and he was telling me about all the different um, cars that he was making with RC or like 3D printing. Mo, what's going on? Welcome back to another stream. Um, and he was telling us how he you know 3D prints and designs all these different models for his like custom RC cars, which is just crazy, especially considering he I think he was saying he even does like planes and stuff too, RC plane 3D modeling prints and stuff like that, which is so crazy. Like, how do you even begin to do that? Because you got to take into account weight and you know how tough this thing's gonna be and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool that people are able to do that. Mo, thank you for the happy poop. I appreciate it as always. Yeah, and they have a bunch of kits on different websites that you're able to get like these own like RC kits, and then you just purchase like the like servos and motors and stuff like that that you need, and then you can print off all the actual exterior pieces and customize it to however you like, then sand them and paint them if you wanted to. So it's pretty cool. But I'm not going to be doing that. So yeah, we're gonna get this low poly Lambo going. And yeah, it's been a while since I've done a live stream. I think it's been probably at least 2 weeks. I think. Um, I just wanted to get these up and going again. Let me make a poll real quick. Landon, what's up? Yeah, I know it's been a little bit of radio silence on my end. Um, Probably, I think it's been 2 weeks, right, since last time I've done something. Um, so yeah, I'm back. Uh, that's a cool gold. Actually, this is that red, orange, yellow, like um, multicolor silk filament the same one that I used on Charmander's tail. So it'll kind of be more of like a metallic looking orange probably by the end, but it'll change a little bit. Um, and then I got the wheels and the spoiler printing off on my other printers. So once we're done with this, I'll be able to have everything all ready to go, and then we can just put it together real quick. And this would definitely be like a cool little series, especially if you guys are into different cars and stuff. Um, these low poly things are awesome. I don't know why I take such interest in like the low poly, like Pokemon and different things like that. I think it's just because it's so simple. I don't know, but I like it. They tend to come out a little bit better too because it's a little easier for the printers than trying to do some like crazy detailed print. Um, yeah, I love it. Especially if you want to keep doing your multicolor. I know your S1 gives you some issues. Um, the Cobra 3, just get the Cobra 3 V2. That one is an upgraded version, so it'll have less problems out the get-go. But yeah, it's a phenomenal printer. I would just sell your old one if I were you, your S1, if you're able to somehow, or trade it, do something. Yeah, I would definitely do it. If you're gonna use 2/8 Pros, this is definitely the move. And it's funny because the way that the filament system is on this one compared to the S1, it'll actually print a lot faster in multicolor than the S1 would. Um, they probably wouldn't trade it. I don't even know. When I said trade it, I meant more with like people try to like sell it for money, something like that. Facebook Marketplace you could use. That's how I sold mine, but be careful, obviously. Um, I would just, you know, try to find a way to get your money back from that in some way, shape, or form. Even if you sell it for like half the price of what you bought it for, at least you're getting that money back to put towards a new printer. Or just keep it. I just don't think that the company will take it back, especially if it's been well over the 30 days or 90 days. I don't even know what it is for warranty or anything like that. So, Tree Man, what's going on, dude? Welcome back to the stream. Let's see how the poll's doing so far. Got 4 votes. Bugatti. I knew that one was gonna win. Let me see if I can even find a file for that. Low poly. Sure, there's gotta be. Yep. Oh wow, that's cool. Dang, they got like the old school Bugatti, like I think it's Atlantic or something like that. I can't remember what they called it. There's a couple cool ones. There's that one, and then they have like the more well-known version of it. So we'll just see. I'm just gonna. Oh, it's free too. Let's go. I'm just gonna run this poll through the end of the stream and just see kind of where it goes. Everything Max looks awesome. Can't believe they even made a big. Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, it's the same sort of concept, just bigger wires and a print bed. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I wouldn't recommend getting it though, just in case that gives you issues too. Sometimes the bigger printers are a little bit harder to level. I don't know if that one has manual or automatic leveling. But I guess it kind of just depends on what you want to make. But if you do go with the regular Cobra 3, I think it should be just about the same size. If not, I think a little bit bigger than the S1. So, you know, do with that what you will. DJ, what's going on, dude? All right, Tree Man. I'll see you later. Thanks for joining the stream. I want to say this is the first Wednesday stream that I've done ever. I already know that Friday night I'm not going to be able to, and I think I didn't do any last weekend, and I am not positive about Saturday. So I want to get something out there. I might, or wait, no, this isn't even Wednesday. What am I talking about? What is today? Is today Tuesday? This is the first Tuesday one I know for sure I haven't done a stream on a Tuesday. So we'll see how this one goes. Got your live stream back. How do you get it live on YouTube Shorts? It depends. You have to use your phone, and you have to make sure that it's straight up and down, like vertical, whenever you go live on your phone. And then it just kind of puts it straight into YouTube Shorts. Yeah, dude, I saw the pics. Dude, that thing is sick. That was the coolest thing ever. Did you get those files, or did you make that? Because I've never seen that before, and that was sick. It looks so clean. I can't remember if you told me if those are just raw 3D prints or what they were. That is pretty sick. Printables, CO. Okay, I'll have to look for it. Yeah, there's a guy, the guy that I do. Whenever I was printing off the lightsabers, he was on Printables too. So many. He had like 50 lightsabers, like all these different characters and different like generations and stuff, and all completely for free. It like blows my mind that some of these people don't sell these files because it's like, why are yours better than the ones that people pay $20 for, but they're completely free? That's the only thing that I hate is a lot of the times you got to be so careful with what you purchase because the files might be so bad and then you pay a ton of money. And here's what I've come to realize actually. Like usually if it's like a flooded market of models, like for example Iron Man helmets and stuff, or even I guess lightsabers or something common like a Pokeball or a I don't know, something that's like not something that's like super popular, people will make them really nice and then give them out for free because I think that they would rather have like the like experience and like reputation of having good models before selling, especially when there are so many out there. It's like why would they want to pay for yours over somebody else's that people have been using for years? Um, and then another thing too is like most of the time whenever I purchase something and it ends up being a bad model, it's probably because I couldn't find any free version of that model. So I just found what I could and got it. You know what I mean? Is this the Anycubic Cobra 3 Pro? Um, it's the Anycubic Cobra 3 combo. Is there a Pro? I don't know if there is a Pro, but yeah, it's Cobra 3. I'm up to 8 sabers and currently printing Kylo. Oh, dude, Kylo Ren's that's sick. I never even realized until I got into 3D printing because like you start to really notice like details and like these things in the movies and stuff that you never realized before. But his lightsaber has like wires sticking out and stuff. Like how cool! I kind of want to start getting back into my Call of Duty perk machine. Um, what you call it? Um, little builds that I was doing. I used to do a poll every week, and then people would pick what I do. And the guy, or I think the two brothers that do the perk machines that I use on Colt 3D, they just dropped a ray gun model, and I kind of want to try it out. Like I already have the one from the ray gun project, but this one I think is specifically a Black Ops 3 model, and I really want to try them out because their models are amazing. So we'll see. That's me. Um, so yeah. Gosh, I need my glasses. I can't see nothing. Um, yeah, the Anycubic Pro Max 2. You're building an Iron Man suit? That's awesome. How much have you got done yet? Or how much of it have you printed? Oh, that's sick. Crystal that you'd put in it? That's dope. You could resin print that, make it really cool looking, like see-through. Or just use like a transparent colored filament. That'd be so cool looking. Actually, I have a filament that I got from Micro Center that is a like I think it's called Ice Blue, but like they have like this ice collection that's pretty much like a bunch of see-through filaments, and they're so nice. Oh, it is translucent. That's pretty sick. I don't know if I just couldn't tell from the picture or what, but good. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Good ideas. All right, Landon. I'll see you later. Thanks for coming out to the stream. I know it was a weird day to throw you guys on a live stream, but too bad. All right, so Bugatti's still on the lead with 13 votes. We got 30 people in here right now. Everybody needs to vote. We got 13 votes total, and Corvette's in second place, which is funny because earlier on it had 0. So a couple people are choosing that. So we'll see. We'll see what we go through. Oh, it's only available on mobile. See, I think the community tab on people's channels is like a beta thing because they asked me if I wanted to try it, and I clicked on sure. And actually, somebody actually asked me a question on there, but I don't get notifications on there for some reason. Like, I don't get notified when somebody puts something in there, which is ridiculous. I feel like that should be almost like if you have like all of my notifications turned on for my posts, then that should pop up for like everybody who's subscribed. I don't know. But I guess that's why it's in the beta. They're trying things out. But I hope that they kind of like flesh it all the way through because it's pretty neat. Especially if like everybody on my channel who subscribed can like talk in this thing like a social media almost. 'Cause that'd be awesome. Oh, that's pretty neat. See, the cool thing too about those, like if I were to make that, which you probably did this because you're cool, put like white, like the white LED string little light things on the outside that you can use to like detail your inside of your car and stuff, if you know what I'm talking about, and then it looked like it was glowing, kind of like it does in the show. Yeah, I have um the like I made a custom one at Disney, but some of those like Force FX ones or whatever they even call them anymore. I know they got different brands now. Like, what is the one called? Like Neo Saber. And those things are crazy. I want one of those so bad, but they're expensive. Yeah, yeah, using like real parts and stuff, but they're so cool. We just need to make a real one that like retracts and comes back. How about a Pinto, huh? Hold on. Let's see if we got one of them. They do have them. That's pretty sick. Yeah, it's looking pretty clean so far. Really light on the infill. I only have it at a 5% gyroid infill, so it's looking pretty good. Print a printer. Now that's a good idea. Actually, I've already done that kind of. Volvo. Hold on. Y'all got some ideas. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so we got an 850R. Let's see what else we got. Everton. I don't know what Boanoit is. I don't know if that's a different language or if that's a car. I think it's a different language. But welcome to the stream, everybody. How's everybody doing? 31 people. That's pretty good, man. Tuesday night? Was Tuesday night the thing now? Why do I feel like Stefan Sosa, have you been here before? Because I had a guy ask me to print like some all sorts of crazy stuff. Citron what? 4CV? They do have a couple of files for that one. Oh, that's the maker? Okay, cool. I'll have to check him out, man. That's pretty sick. Got 28 votes right now. Bugatti's in the lead. That's looking like the next one. Who knows, man? I might do another live stream tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow anymore. You know what I'm saying? I got to kind of get back into like a groove. I don't know what the heck happened. But yeah, I think it's been 2 weeks since I posted something on YouTube, and I was like, I gotta do something. I can't get back into a bad, habit of not printing stuff or posting stuff. So, Prentice Trucker, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Pee Wee Herman's bicycle. They probably have that too. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I like when parts just fit together and you don't have to worry about glue. Glue is so annoying because if you don't have the right stuff, that stuff either gets everywhere or it gets on the wrong parts or on your fingers, or it turns your print white, which is annoying. So that's nice. I like when they actually make things easy to put together too. Printing some graffiti boxes. That's cool. Wait, are you driving and 3D printing at the same time? That's sick. So you can make a custom lightsaber with his files. That's awesome. That's so cool. I gotta check that out. What a good idea. Well, that's pretty cool. Printing a doohickey or a thingamabob. How about a whatchamacallit? A whatchamacallit? Or who's he what's it? Funny thing, I'm not a major Star Wars fan. Yeah, I know, right? That's the thing, because I'm not a huge fan of some things either, but I like the I don't even know what you'd call it. Like the relics and stuff of some certain franchises, even though I really don't care for them. Brandon, what's up? Welcome to the stream. We have the same printer. Cool. What do you think of it? Have you been using it for a while? I've had this one for a little over a year now. Yeah, I know. It's a candy bar. I was just trying to think of some other things. What is the filament? This is... I can't remember the brand name, but it's on Amazon. But it's like a orange, red, yellow, multicolor silk PLA. Really cool looking. If you guys check out my my life-size Charmander build, this is the same filament that I used for his flame on his tail. And it came out just so cool because the red is on the bottom and then it goes orange, then yellow, and it just came out so perfect. So if you guys want to see like how it really looks, check out that. Posted like shorts and videos of it and stuff. Sam R. What's the LED thing in the back? That is my my little, I don't even know what it's called. I think it's called like a pixel art pixel panel. I think it's made by Mercury, and it was at Walmart on like, what's it called, rollback, like whatever like their sales is, and it was only like $10, and I got it, and for some reason they don't sell these anymore. Like this is like a discontinued product. Not a big deal though, because you can find these things. If you look up pixel panel, like custom pixel panel on what do you call it? Like Amazon, you can find these things, and basically all I did was you just make the picture and then you just make another picture, and like you can like copy and paste and like just keep making the same picture but adjust certain pixels. So pretty much like it's the same picture, except I just adjusted it 8 times to like do the print. But I think for some reason they must have discontinued this because it's kind of like really wonky and weird. They don't even have the app on the App Store anymore to customize what's on the frame. And basically once it got past 8 photos, like 8 frames, it would like turn completely green and then would keep going. So I can only do the 8 to keep going, but it's pretty cool and I like it, and I'm glad that I got it to be like that before I ended up. Yeah, I know. I go on rants, all right? It's not my fault. But yeah, pixel panel, Amazon, do it. My dad, he loves it and has the same problems with it. What problems does he have? Maybe I can help you. I got a rainbow TPU, but that mix would be fun as well. Yeah, I got I think a while ago. What company was it called? Oh, it was what company makes the what is it called? The slicer for I think it's Shittu. Is it Shittu or Chittu? The one that makes the slicer for the resin prints. They sent me 2 rolls of like a rainbow filament. One was silk and one was matte, and pretty cool. You can make all sorts of neat stuff for that. Um, but I think we went with orange for the Lambo, and I ended up just finding this filament sitting on the rack, so I decided to go with that one instead. Um, I don't know why Sam's messages keep getting retracted. I don't know if you're deleting them or what. Holy cow, you're live finally. Yeah, no, it's been a while. Um, no reason, just kind of, I don't know. But I'm back, so and I might go live tomorrow actually because these car prints are fun. I like doing them. You got your A1. Did you get the A1 Mini or the regular A1? Or did you get the combo? I can't remember what it was that you said that you got. Just trying to find stuff to print and sell, doing the TikTok lives every day. Oh, are you really? How are those going? You sell stuff that you print off on TikTok Live? Nozzle fell out yesterday and it won't stick. Um, so did just like the nozzle, like just the hot end fall out, or was it like the whole thing with like the heating element, like with the wire? Because if that's why, there's actually a small, very skinny metal clamp that you actually have to like pull outwards and up for it to release, and then when you put it back, you have to like put it in a certain way so that way it locks in properly, and that might be why it's not staying in. And actually, if you stay till the end, if you remind me at the end of the stream and say, "Hey, how do you replace it?" I'll take off mine and show you so that way you can see it. Pretty well, that's the goal, is to sell stuff I print, but I still don't have many people messaging, interacting on the live, so I'm kind of stuck at a halt. Yeah, no, that's the tricky part, right? Is getting to a point where you have enough of a following to how many views are you getting on your TikTok lives? Like how long are you doing it and how many views are you getting? The nozzle that you unclogged? So does it have like the silver piece with it, or is it just like the brass hot end? Because if it's just the brass hot end, I would just switch that thing completely. But if it's the whole unit, there's a certain way you got to put it back, and that might be why it's not working. Or you have a serious issue that I can't tell you, but I doubt it. It's probably an easy fix. Most fixes are easier than you think with 3D printers. Oof. People we got up here right now doing the votes. 44 votes. Bugatti is in the lead. Everything else is sort of at like a tie. So it looks like we're going to be doing the Bugatti. Which, good thing I already found a file for it, and it looks sick. Body exhaust. Oh, cool. It has all the lights and everything are separate. Neat. Very neat. We're about to have a whole collection up in here, y'all. We think we have that fixed, but we don't know. Okay, well, hey, Brandon, if you stay tuned till the end, I'll try to see if I can replicate your issue and show you how to fix that. So, yeah. Usually at least 2 to 3 hours, and I average around 176 to 800 per stream views, but usually only about 3 or 4 people actually stay around. Yeah, that's the hard part. The biggest thing that I can say about live streams is if there's ever like a stale moment, or if there's not a lot going on and there's no noise. I mean, think about it. Just think about what you would want to see in a stream and what you'd want to hear. Like if you were looking through live streams and just scrolling through, what's going to make you stick and what are you going to scroll right past? Um, Mine are nothing special, but and I'm gonna try to do more with it. But I think honestly, and this is just me. I think the little LED sign in the back, and sometimes when I have the little prints sitting up, people get attracted to seeing that, and also hearing my voice and being able to enter. I'm answering all the questions and stuff. It might help. So maybe try to put just put stupid things in the back. Just put LED lights on your printer and have lights everywhere. People like lights. Um, but that's pretty good. 800 people per stream. How many followers do you have? Print Trucker, a 1929 Bugatti? No. The one that I'm looking at is like 2010s. It's not like the newer ones, but it's like a 2010. But they do have models for the other ones, but you gotta pay for them, and I'm not paying for nothing. Do I have an Ender 3? I did, but then I sold it because it was junk. And I had to replace all the parts on it because it broke all the time. Actually, it didn't break all the time. It was just slow. You had to level it 100 times. You had to replace the hot end. You got to change all these parts on it, and it's not remote. Just old school, and I just wanted something better. Last live I did was on my trucking channel. That's pretty cool. Do you show like a dash cam footage? I try to talk and stuff, but nobody gives a crap. I have to do music or something in the back. Interaction is a huge key to success. Yeah, I agree. 600. I have a nice Elgato key light set up on it now. That's cool. There you go. Yeah, I try to talk to this, constantly talk, and ask people how their day's going. Yeah, it's definitely and that's the thing that I like about my streams is things kind of flow a little bit smoother, and that's something else that you might kind of notice too. Is was it you that asked me about my my little pixel thing? Who asked me about that? Am I going crazy? Somebody asked me about that. Somebody asked me about my little pixel light thing that I got in the back, and I just kind of like roll on the conversation. Like somebody said, "Oh, like what's that little thing in the back?" And I could have just said, "Oh, that's a pixel panel," and that's it. Or I could go on and on and on and keep talking about it until I get enough chat that I can go into the chat, find the next one, and just keep talking on that as well. So yeah, sometimes I just keep talking about the same thing and then kind of roll that into like another topic and just keep talking, because especially if I go silent, I mean, I think the last stream I did, I was getting down to like 3 or 4 people watching and I only have like a couple hundred. Or sometimes I come on here randomly and I get 6,000 people watch. I get 50 something new subscribers. I get super chats out the yin yang. So it's like, and it's also kind of a gamble too, because you never really know how it's going to go. It's not like you have millions of people waiting for your certain live stream to go on. You know what I mean? So as long as you're enjoying it, that's the main thing. As soon as you start worrying about views and stuff too much, then it kind of gets hard to want to do it. But yeah, if you enjoy it, keep doing it. You'll learn from your mistakes. You'll see what works, and that's it. Want to try my Ender 5 Plus? No. I seen, you know what's funny, DJ? Is I seen that you had that in the back. And I was like, I know that thing screams. Because mine, when I had it, dude, that thing would yell the whole time it's printing. I hated that. I hated the old school sounds of those 3D printers, man. That was so weird. It was kind of nice with the Ender 3 because it was very subtle, like the it was kind of cool, but like the Ender 5, nah, that thing was yelling. Do you know how to stop getting the thermal runaway? So because you said that, I'm telling you right now, I know the reason that you're having an issue, and it's not because of you could always check first. go ahead and check on the back of your printer. Make sure that that AC wattage is set to your location. It's on the right one. But if it's not, which is probably not, just replace that whole hot end. So the part that keeps falling out that's connected to the wire, the whole hot end assembly. If you look up on Amazon, Ender 3, or not, I'm not Ender 3, sorry, Anycubic Cobra 3 hot end assembly, get that part. I think it's like $10 to $20 on Amazon. Just replace that because that's probably your issue. Because I've had that happen twice on this printer where it keeps saying thermal runaway, thermal runaway, thermal, and if it's that part, I don't know why. It's just a faulty piece. Maybe the V2 fixed it. I don't know, but that's it. It helped if my audience is as boring as I am. Yep, that's the thing. If everybody's boring, then nobody has to talk and nobody worries about it. Banana Gaming says print hamburger. You know, have you guys seen like the sound trend? I don't know if it's new or not, but I think it's funny. Most of the weird like trendy sound things that go on, I don't really care for, right? It's stupid. But there's one that's going around and it's like an AI voice, right? But it like kind of stutters and it's like, what does it say? Did you know when you eat hamburger is getting less and less hamburger because you are eating hamburger? Oh my goodness, dude. Stupid, but so funny. Oh my goodness. It's always with like Gorilla Tag shorts in the back too. It's like, did you know when you was eating hamburger? Oh my goodness. Might have to try YouTube too. Yeah, definitely. YouTube has always worked out a lot better for me than TikTok or Instagram. TikTok don't work for me, man. That's not it. That ain't the move. Instagram, that's not the move either. But that's because I cared a lot more about my YouTube channel than anything else. I did the other ones kind of just to get my name out there a little bit when I first started to kind of help with the subscribers and all that. Didn't really do much. Nobody cared. I kind of want to do a TikTok live just to see how that goes, but I don't have a lot of confidence in it. But you never know, you know. But YouTube is nice, man. I like YouTube. It has everything. It's kind of turning into its own complete form of social media because you got the full long form videos, right, that YouTube has. Then you have posts now, so you can literally upload pictures and stuff like Instagram. They have shorts, which is TikTok. You know, you have community tabs, and then now you can do live streams like Twitch. So it's almost like you have all these different platforms on one with YouTube nowadays. If you do well, they reward you well. Little bit of a gamble, but I guess that's kind of how everything is, right, with social media. So definitely harder, I think, to get up and count from what I've been told with YouTube. Like people seem to get TikTok a little bit easier, but I think, you know, with the more views that comes with TikTok, also is like the less ad revenue or however it works. So I think it all kind of levels out at some point. So, but yeah. Okay. I used to love that motor scream. Yeah, it's like a nice noise, right? Like you want to hear it every once in a while, but like if you're sitting there, I just remember when I first got into it and playing my PlayStation while I was printing, and all I hear is that thing screaming in my ear next to me. And it's taken 2 hours to print off something that's like, I don't know, an inch tall. Hated it, but loved it, right? Silent Bore modded fans is quieter than the Cobra. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's kind of the thing that I miss about some like the old 3D printers is like, there used to be more of like a care for your machines, I guess you could say. Like you really wanted to like upgrade them and make them really nice machines. And now you don't have to do that because most of the machines already come with all that. But it's kind of nice to be able to like make things better yourself. You know, it's kind of like a little bit more rewarding and you feel a little bit more proud of your machine. But now you just get them out of the box and they're already as good as they're gonna get. You know, the good and bad of evolution. I just got my AMS today for my P1P. Nice. What's the first thing you're gonna print, dude, in multiple colors? You had an Anycubic and it never works. Yep. Research. That's all I'm gonna say. Which Anycubic printer is this? This is the Cobra 3 Combo, the version 1. I should do it. What, the TikTok? Claudia, I am making a low polygon Lamborghini. So pretty much it's just a low detailed version of a Lambo. Start slow but pixel quick. You just do good on TikTok. Yeah, I might try to do it a little. I mean, I have a TikTok account, like a page, and I post like some of my shorts on there, and they do like okay. They get like 1,000 views or something, but I've never like really pushed to do it. But I think I got a thing after I got like I think because I only have like 100 something followers on there because I literally never post, and it was like you can do lives now. So I was like, maybe I'll try it out. So you never know. Lemon pepper. This is a red, orange, yellow silk PLA. Recording. TikTok's going to sell a different company soon. They could change things or even worse, never working the app. Yeah, I heard about that. I seen it. I seen that on the news yesterday actually about some like rework with what they were doing with the what do you call it? Like they're changing something up with their whoever owns the company, or I don't really know too much about that stuff. But yeah, I seen something about it yesterday, so maybe I'll wait on it. Do I sell prints? I do. I make things on commission sometimes. Rarely, not hardly anymore. Ever since I got monetized on YouTube, I make more just printing off things that I want to print and then posting it. From ad revenue or super chats and stuff like that, versus the amount of work that I'd have to put into making somebody something. It depends on what it is. Like if I just literally have to print off something and that's all I want, then it's fine. But like the Iron Man helmets that I sand and paint and prime and put hours and hours into, not really anymore. But I have done it a couple times. But like selling like the little prints, I just have no interest in that. I don't know. I feel like so many people do it that it's such a flooded market. Like even if you go to like any like vendor thing around you, everybody there's always a 3D printing shop in there, and they always have all the same little stuff, the little rainbow fidgets and stuff, and everybody has like the same files and stuff. Plus, they started cracking down a lot on 3D printing. What do you call it? Copyright, and it's kind of just messy, especially when I don't even make anything. I'd rather just not. So I was talking about the Ender 3. Oh, the Ender 3. What? Shoot, what did you say earlier? Hold on. Ender 3, Ender 3. Do you know how to stop getting the thermal runaway? Oh yeah, try fixing your what is it called? The little switch on the back. Make sure that it's set to the right country. If not, I honestly couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I'm not really too familiar with that machine anymore. Like little corks or whatever you want to call it that it used to have. If you got anything else more specific, I might be able to help a little bit more. Fabian, what build plate are you using? This is a custom Anycubic Cobra 3 build plate that I got off of Amazon. And it's actually a double-sided... uh-oh. Hello? Is my stream working? Did my stream glitch out for you guys? Are we good? shoot. We're good? Okay, cool. That was weird. But yeah, you can get these off of Amazon. In the world of never works complaints, it's always attributed to user error. Smite. You're right. No, that's definitely the truth. I've had so many people tell me that they got bamboo because they get a printer, like an Anycubic or an Elegoo or Creality, Inkermake, Sovel, and they're like, I can't get it to work, so they go and buy a bamboo. Which nothing wrong with that, but most of the time I agree. It's usually because people just don't know what they're doing. They expect it to just plug in and work, and they pretty much are if you know what you're doing. Um, but yeah, a lot of people just don't research. Which, eventually that's the end game with 3D printing. Just like phones and computers, you want to be able to plug it in and use it. You don't want to have to sit there and be like, oh, what does the processor do? What does this do? So. But I do agree. We're still not there yet, though. So I still think that research is definitely necessary before you go ahead and spend $400 on your printer. Also thought you called my name. I was like, huh? Oh, I know. I was thinking the same thing when I said that, actually. I was going to be like, hey, we got Claudia and Claudius up in here. Does your filament come vacuum sealed? I think all filaments should come vacuum sealed. And then if I have any cool rolls, like this one actually, I have a vacuum sealing kit where I have like 20 bags that are Ziploc, and then it has a little sticker that covers the hole. And it's actually a small little vacuum that you can take and put on that hole, and it'll actually like vacuum seal the bag, and then you just put the sticker over it. My mother-in-law got it for me, and it's a really cool little vacuum seal kit for your filament. They got them on Amazon and stuff like that. You can look it up. I just printed some cool spider candle holders today, and we'll be printing a lot of Halloween stuff this month. Cover 3v2. Nice, dude. See, that's the thing, too, with the season coming up. There's a lot of cool prints, man, especially for Halloween. They got all sorts of stuff. And I did a little bit last year, but they got some pretty neat stuff that I want to start printing off for the spooky season. So we'll have to check those out, too. Probably do some streams on that as well. Yeah, it's crappy. They all have the damn ice dragons and bamboo dragon copy paste. They got fancy printer, apparently out of the flea markets, and check to make sure to pay for the files. Yep. That is it. That's 100% correct. Yeah. Do I have Facebook? Not for my channel. Do you have any advice for changing the nozzle on a Cobra 3? I tried, but it snapped because it's cemented. If you're talking about the hot end, you're going to need to heat that bad boy up to probably around 250 degrees Celsius, and then use your wrench. But be careful. Obviously, it's going to be hot, so it has to fall onto something that can hold that. Better yet, you could even just replace the entire hot end assembly. I think it's like I said, 10 or 15 bucks. You let the machine cool completely down. Don't heat it up. Turn it off, and then you take off the cover. Do a little notch. Take out the cable, unplug it from the board, put it in, re-put it back. Yeah, it's a simple little quick fix if you're having issues with that hot end. If not, just heat it up and crank that thing off. You say at some point I have a second. Yeah, you did. You told me that. Yes. The 339. I remember you said that you got that deal. I think that was on my last stream. You told me about that. People that shouldn't be in the hobby get into the hobby. Everyone should start with an Ender. Yep, the Ender 3. The good old Ender 3. Everybody needs to start with that thing and hate their lives for a good half a year before they get anything else. I didn't even get a remote start 3D printer until I was 2 years deep into the hobby. And I was making Mjolnir, Stormbreaker, Iron Man helmet, Mando helmet, lightsabers, ray guns, everything. And people are just, I think people, you know what the word is? And I can say this because I am too. People are lazy. Yes, in terms of factory software and settings, Bamboo usually just works. Won't lie, that stock firmware slicer from flash forwards tend to be a dumpster fire. Yeah, yeah, it's cool. Everything's got its own things. Bamboo definitely has it down pat, I would say, but you're definitely paying for it. And I'm not paying that. I got an Elegoo Centauri Carbon that was less than $300, and it's coming out with the same quality prints as the Bamboo ones. Oh, but yeah, and that thing was plug and play too. I hooked up one part. I think the screen was the only thing you got to hook up. Boom, done. Am I doing a video tomorrow? I might do a live stream tomorrow. I might go ahead and do the. Oh, the Corvette's winning. Oh, no way. Y'all, the Corvette's winning. I might have to do a Corvette tomorrow. Look at it. Yeah, I might do a live stream tomorrow night too, I think. It's doing well today. Had a lot of viewers so far, I think. Hold on, can I see the analytics real quick? Let me check this real quick, because it seems like we've had a good amount of viewers the whole time. Let's see. Yeah, 3,000 viewers within what? What is it, an hour? How long have we been doing this? Yeah, an hour? 3,000 views? Yeah, we're doing good, y'all. Matter of fact, if this keeps up the same rate, we'll probably end up being my highest viewed live stream. I think my highest is like 6.6 thousand or something. So let's see where we get to. Yes, it definitely teaches you a lot to have that Ender 3 at the beginning. You'll learn to appreciate everything else when you get it later on. That time they're done, most people never touch a 3D printer again. Yep, totally agree. I paid for my Cobra by flipping Enders at Marketplace. Been in this hobby for around 2 months. Can't believe I didn't start earlier. Yeah, I know. It's that's pretty cool way, by the way, for getting for your printer, flipping old printers. That's pretty cool. Never heard of that, to be honest with you. But what a smart idea, because not many people do that, really, I guess. At least I've never heard of it. But yeah, good idea. Especially if you upgrade it a little bit, make people more worth their money. Good idea. Yeah, I know. It's funny because even when I got into 3D printing, I thought I was like pretty on time with it. Dude, 3D printing's been around for 30 years. It's crazy. Just not like this. Just not this simple. Not this fun either. Can we do it tomorrow? Are you talking about the live stream? Because I can definitely do it tomorrow. Oh yeah, when tuned correctly, the flash forward is even too, if not better than, yeah. People don't set their offset in line pictures. Dude, that's funny that you say that, because I was literally thinking the same thing, because I've seen some of these people with their bamboos and they don't set their Z offset. I don't even think they know what it is. Because I was looking at some of these people underneath the prints. Like, watch, when I take this Lambo off, the underneath of this print is going to look exactly like the build plate, because that's how good I have it dialed in. But yeah, people just don't know what to do. It's not their fault. It's just, it is what it is. Yeah, that is a great idea to flip printers for money. What a good idea. Can we do what I asked tomorrow? I'm sorry. What did you ask again? I'm sorry. Oh, you want me to show you how to fix that thermal runaway issue? Is that what you're asking? Hamster fingers. I like the name. You like this? Yeah, 3D printing's cool, dude. Yeah, I could. I mean, I could show you after this where about you would have to go. It's literally just like a little switch on the back of the printer. I'll probably end up showing you tomorrow, but there's a little switch on the back of your printer that you probably, or on the side, I can't remember. It's oh, you know what it is? If you have the Ender 3, because that's what it was. The power supply is its own entity that sits on the back right of it or whatever. So if you go ahead and if you go look at your power supply, make sure that the wattage, you'll see like a little like switch on the inside of your power supply, which is where the switch is and the plug goes into on the back of your Ender 3. Make sure that it's set to the right wattage for your region. And then as far as the hot end goes, literally all you're going to do is preheat that nozzle to like 240, 250 degrees Celsius, and then take the included wrench and maybe get like, like heat resistant gloves or something. And you're just going to have to crank it. There's really no like trick to it. You just kind of have to wrench it off. And you're good. The reason it feels like it's hard to get off is because you need to have it hot enough to melt, or not melt, but like loosen the tension between the nozzle ribs and the rest of the hot end. So, yeah. Need to take time to get my YouTube certified before buying a particular printer. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely nice to kind of like reward yourself over time, especially when you see that your revenue is kind of like paying for your hobby. It's pretty nice. I don't know if you got my message, but did you print that Freddy fan cover out in color? No, I did not. I've been so out of it. This is the first print that I've done, aside from the other cars that I've been doing, in like literally, like I haven't touched my printers in like a week and a half. So I'm pretty far behind on things that I got planned. I'm not even sure when I'll get around to it, but I'll try to get around to it soon. Oh, Brendan. All right, man. I'll see you later. Good luck. I might be on tomorrow, so if you join in, let me know if it worked. Oh, noob. Okay, I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about your YouTube channel. I see what you're saying. Right? Yeah. People who are new to 3D printing have to get their 100 watch hours of 3D printing for dummies before they go out and buy their printer, and not just generic videos. Watch specific ones. So I'm eating tacos. Hey, it's Taco Tuesday. Shoot, that's what I need to be eating right now. I need to go Taco Bell. Give me a Baja Blast. I've never even had a Baja Blast until like this year. Do I design my stuff? No. I've designed like one thing. Other than that, everything else is things that I found online. 99% of the stuff you're gonna see, I did not make. I just find it and print it. Zachary had a baby. It's you're stupid. Why are you telling everybody? That's awesome. Have you ever found your the PSVR 2 replacement controllers? Did you ever follow up on that eBay one? Yeah, I didn't think so. What are you gonna end up doing with it? Yeah. I wonder, could you sell that just the headset by itself, maybe? So I'm looking at the print right now, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's kind of like rough, like right here. I don't know why it's coming out like that. I think just because I don't have enough infill and it's printing off fast, and all right here is like bumpy and kind of rough, which is really ugly. I hate that, but what are you gonna do? Probably should have slowed it down on some of those top layers. Um, we'll see how it turns out though. So let's see the poll real quick. We got almost 100 votes on this thing. Dang. So we're at 98 votes. And Corvette's taken quite a lead. So it looks like we might end up doing a Corvette tomorrow, which is perfectly fine because Corvettes are awesome. And then maybe Bugatti the next day. I'm not really sure. I might keep doing it because I like these low poly cars. These things are sick. So yeah, we'll just kind of see how things go. If I do a Corvette, I can either do a red one or maybe a yellow one. I'm trying to think about what color would be a little bit more iconic for that. So we'll decide tomorrow, or I'll decide, or whatever. Do a Firebird. That was a good idea. Let me see. See if they got a file for a low poly one. They do have them. Hold on, let me check real quick. Oof, these things are expensive. I'll have to search for that one a little bit and see if they have one that's see if I can find one that's free. Bumpy top layers happen sometimes because the too thin top layers. Yeah, no, that's definitely it. I think I did the walls and the top layer. Hold on, let me see how many top layers I have. The wall loops is only 2. Why did I do that? I should have made that 3. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, that's probably why. It's only the front part. That's probably gonna be so bad when it gets to the top. I really hope it's not, but we'll see. Do I have any other side jobs? No. Just this one. If you call it that. I wouldn't even call it that though, because it's like I'm already doing it and I love doing it, and this is just another way for me to, enjoy the hobby. So it's pretty cool. But as far as like selling prints and stuff like that, it's a side hobby. Yeah, it's like a side hustle hobby, kind of. Gives that. That's my friend Zach, by the way. He's being a dork. uh, Oakley Aiden, welcome back to the stream, dude. I have the same printer. Yeah, this the Anycubic Cobra 3 definitely seems to be a extremely popular beginner 3D printer, and rightfully so, because it honestly has everything that you'd ever need in terms of it has an app, remote printing. You can get multi-filament printing if you'd like. You can have a fully customizable slicer. They also have their own STL like website with makers online. So pretty cool. My dream job. Yeah, I know. This is literally the coolest thing ever. Especially once you get monetized on YouTube. It's amazing. And you know he's not wrong either. He's not lying. But yeah. Yeah, especially if you have like a love for doing this, like to make content, and you like 3D printing and you like just making stuff for yourself and then showing it off, and then it ends up paying off in the end with becoming monetized or TikTok partner or whatever it is that you're doing. Um, Super cool to be able to just like hop on here and you know there's ad revenue, there's super chats and gifts and different ways to interact with your following and stuff like that. So um, I mean, if I could do this full time, I would. Uh, Definitely would be a risky venture, but the nice thing with 3D printing is this technology is definitely not going away anytime soon, and it's only going to get bigger and more popular as it evolves and becomes more of like a household technology. Because there's tons of people, if you go to a Best Buy right now, you can buy a bamboo printer. So it's definitely getting to the point where people are just going to see 3D printers and be a little bit more casual with them, and it's going to be a much more common thing. Um, Plenty of people come on here asking, you know, like what's a good 3D printer for building small little knickknacks and fidgets because they got kids and stuff like that. And now you can just come on here and, you know, their printer, they got the A1 Mini, I think is like $199. You can make any toy that your kids ever going to want and anything that you're going to want. So got the 3D printing part down. Kind of need to improve upon my content creation skills. Yep. That'll just come with experience. But yeah, the biggest thing that I do is I just watching content too, especially if you're into watching the same type of content that you're trying to make. Just go through live streams and shorts and videos and just watch them and see what you like and what you don't like and what you envision your channel or page looking like. And just build yourself off of that. But just keep doing what it is that you like to do. As long as you're enjoying it, the rest will come. Like the following and YouTube partnership and all that stuff, that'll come. But if you don't enjoy it, then it's never going to be worth it. So every stream before you start, tilt the pixel at 10. I think it being a little bit off center is kind of annoying people just enough to want to come back and watch it. So I'm going to leave it where it's at because it's definitely not center. It's amazing, really, especially if you know how to design your own things. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, and that's another thing too. Claudius knows how to like create things pretty amazing, to be honest with you. And if you're able to make things that'll either solve problems or just things that you want to make, um, endless possibilities, you know? Where's my water at? 3D print me new VR controllers. That's what I was gonna do. That's why when I asked you to show me the controllers, I was gonna see like how bad they really were, because I'm sure there's like files for just like the for the white part of the controller at least. And I was hoping that your controllers would have been like salvageable. But dude, when you showed me them, oh my god, that's not what I thought happened. That is not what I thought I was gonna see. Those things look like they got ran over. I'm in the process of learning CAD and Fusion 360. It's definitely something I'm also not the most creative person sometimes. Yep, that's the hard part about it. That's pretty cool though. I've never really gotten into 3D modeling, and I would rather just leave it up to people who are better at it than I am. And but yeah, if you learn it, that's an amazing skill. And then you can fully sell your 3D prints and not have to worry about any sort of backlash or anything. So definitely an amazing, very useful skill to have. As far as the creative part goes, yeah, I mean, you just gotta. I almost want to say that some of that comes naturally, but you'll definitely learn it over time, like what kind of works and what kind of catches your eye and stuff like that when it comes to like making thumbnails. But yeah, the biggest how's that phrase go? Like basically, don't compare yourself and don't try to be something that you're not. I can't remember what the little like analogy is, but yeah, just keep doing what you want to do, and the rest will come. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can. I've done that a couple times. I have messed with files to kind of make them work a little bit better for whatever it is that you're trying to do. Just adjusting like the size, or even just like cutting something off of a file. Definitely little tweaks that you can make to kind of suit it better, get better at it. Just takes time. Yep. And if you guys ever have any questions, dude, just ask. It's Unique Prince. That's Claudius. Just ask him, because he's awesome at making 3D models. My dad, I'm gonna go have dinner. All right, Zach. I'll see you later, brother. Thank you for joining in on the stream. All right. Yeah, but everybody can learn more about everything, but you're still good at it, though. So we got about a half hour left on this print. The poll is 124 votes. Y'all are crazy. But it's definitely looking like Corvette's going to be next. So I'm going to decide on the file for that, just because I like doing what I like to do. And So yeah, I'm definitely going to try to find like a really cool looking file, pick a nice filament, and have that ready for tomorrow night. Probably around the same time. I think I started at like 8:30, so I'll probably do that again. Do a C5 or a C6. Those are like the last two I wanted to do. I was thinking more like 1970s like Stingray, but I'll see what I can find. I'll try to find like a cool one. Actually, show you guys real quick a pretty cool one that I made. Made the C4 Grand Sport Corvette. It came out pretty good, actually. Yeah, dude, classics are dope. I think I'm gonna have to do it. I just don't know what color yet. I kind of want to do like I said, like yellow or maybe red. I'm not really sure. So I'll kind of check on what I want to do. Are the tires TPU? Nah. I could have done TPU, but it's just I just solder welded them together so that way they wouldn't spin. I'm making this more for like a display. I'll show it off later on, but we got like a few cars that I'm just gonna have like on display. So this is cool. Okay, so like today I could almost say that like what'd you call it? Yeah, I know it's boring. I don't want to hear it, y'all. Y'all making like the coolest things out there. You guys are making cooler prints than I am. Making lightsabers and like crazy phone cases and stuff and modeling all this cool stuff. I don't want to hear it, right? Low poly Lambo, bro. um, how many votes I got on this thing now? 132 votes. That is crazy. And honestly, I'm almost at 5,000 views. What is going on, y'all? See, this is the thing. This is what I'm talking about. You don't know what's going to happen whenever you like get on to do a stream or you post a video or post a short. Things just blow up randomly. It's a Tuesday night and people are out here watching this. You know what I mean? It used to be Saturday night was like the thing. Now I feel Saturday nights I don't get anything. I don't know what it is. It's a gamble. How long does one take on average? This one takes 2 hours for this Lambo, but for like the other ones, I think about the same. But it just depends on if you're doing multicolor or not. So about 2 hours for about something this size that you're watching. Yeah, I know. Let me actually. I can tell you guys real quick what my highest concurrent was. Oh no, I can't. Right now it says 54 concurrent viewers, but I don't know if that might be like an old stat. It tells me at the end like what the highest was. I think the highest I ever hit was like 80. So one day if that ever hits 3 digits, man, that'll be sick. That'll be a cool number to look at. Sherrod, no, I do not 3D print to sell. I 3D print for me because I like looking at them. But I think I kind of want to make a little low poly collection of just a ton of different cars. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Like the poll for today, you could say was kind of like super slash sport cars. So maybe tomorrow I'll do like muscle cars. Then you guys can pick from there. Do a Challenger, a Mustang, a Camaro, a Charger, you know, and then we'll just pick off of that. And we'll just go from there. What software did I use? This is Anycubic Slicer Next for the Anycubic specific printers. Your brother has a Challenger? Nice. What year is it? Not sure. Yeah, Challengers are nice, dude. Muscle cars are definitely my favorite. Like, how cool would it be, like, like in today's world, to pull up in like a big block '70s Camaro, like just like crazy cars. I just wouldn't. The thing is with those two is those things have so many issues nowadays. Like even like people who restore them and stuff, just because they're old. I'm not trying to get, you know, left on the side of a road with my really nice car, sitting there looking stupid because it broke down. You got a Bamboo Lab printer? Okay, so you're going to want to download their slicer. I think it's called Bamboo. I can't remember what it's called. Somebody help me out. What is Bamboo Lab's slicer called? I can't remember what it's called. Bamboo Studio? Studio, that's right. Yeah, Sherrod, go ahead and download Bamboo Studio. Arnahad HUD 06, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you joining in. There you go. Handy app for mobile. All right, let's see how much time we get left on this print. Why is this thing not updating? 20 minutes. We got 40 layers left. Bamboo Handy is their all-in-one. There you go. Do what the people are telling you. Is that the V2? No, this is the version 1 of the Cobra 3 combo. Oh, shush kebab. You know what I just thought about? I just remembered that they released that, what do you call it? The Astrobot controller for PlayStation 5. I forgot to check it and pre-order it. Oh, Sherrod, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Prusa XL printer, buy yes or not your choice. So personally, I would say that I have never owned or used a Prusa printer. If you understand 3D printing and you know what you're doing, I would say 100% yes, because I've heard mostly good things on Prusas, and they have really cool ones, especially their newer ones. I think it's called their XLs, where they have like multi tool head printers. Okay, right there, Prusa XL. Yeah, sorry. So yes, I would say do it, especially if you have the funds to do so. It is definitely a good move. So yeah, I would say I would recommend it. I don't personally know anybody with a Prusa XL, but from what I can tell online and some other reputable like YouTubers that do 3D printing, they have them and they got it sent to them, and yeah, they seem to really enjoy it. What 3D printer? Which model? This is the Anycubic Cobra 3 Combo. Actually got the V2 in this last weekend. Nice. I would get the. Well, I mean, if I were to get one now, I'd just get the V2 anyways because it's got upgraded hardware. So worth it. You posted another picture. Cool. I'll have to check that out here in a little bit. I'm hype. I hope it's another lightsaber because that's sick. Yeah, if you learn on older printers, have some experience, Crusoe is the GOAT. Yeah, I agree. Sherrod, if you're still here, what Skill just said. Gotta know a little bit about 3D printing, but definitely a go-to if you're intermediate level and you're looking to get a big upgrade. And Claudius agrees too. Can you guys give me like 2 seconds to go get a water? I'll be right back. My throat's about to dry out. All right. I am back. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, most printers nowadays. The thing is, see, we say this every time, but people who don't research their stuff always have issues. So that's the hardest thing. It's hard to say that these printers too like are just so much easier to use because like we've used them, right? And they're a lot easier, but like there's printers that are super simple, like X1 Carbon people, like using these like really good printers that are so simple and they mess them up. It's like what the heck? Deb C, welcome to the stream. Help for 3D print sellout model. If you're asking me, Sharad, how to sell your 3D prints, I'm not really your guy for that. I don't sell my 3D prints. I just print off stuff that I like. I did, in fact, make a video on my channel, though, however, that kind of gives you like a like a rundown of different ways to make money 3D printing, but besides just selling them. So if you want to check that out, definitely. Thank you again for the super chat. I appreciate it. Hold on, let me see if I can reply to it. Why is it not letting me reply to these things? I don't know. But Sharad, thank you again for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Cheryl, welcome to the stream. This is fun to watch, right? We're coming up near the end of this print. Let's see about how much longer we got. Got about 10 minutes left on it, and I think we got about 5,500 viewers. So yeah, we'll see what this thing comes to. I'm gonna put the wheels and the spoiler on it whenever we get done with this print, so that way you guys can see it. Moto JP, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you joining in. How long has it been in process so far? So it's a 2 hour and 10-minute print. So figure about 2 hours it's been printing off. And coming out pretty good. So I'm excited to see how this thing turns out. The spoiler just got done on my Elegoo Centauri Carbon. Let me see this print because it's kind of looking rough, y'all. Yeah, definitely not the cleanest print I've ever done. It's bad right here, man. That's okay. It is what it is. We live and we learn. I don't know why I had it set on 2 walls. It should have been 3, but whatever. In fact, I need to include a manual understanding the filament itself so people know what and why certain temperatures matter. Oh, someone that had a problem filament. Yeah, I agree. You know what's a super common thing that I'm surprised that more people don't understand? Filament that has been exposed to moisture or humidity will crack and break. And so many people think that their 3D printer is messed up, and it's just their filament. That is like the number one thing I see. It's like, oh, it's like it just keeps stop printing. It just stops printing, and then you go to like clean out or like take out the filament, and it's just like shattered on the inside of the Bowden tube. Crazy. They leave it like next to like a window, and you know it's true too. You guys know it's true. How many millimeters a second is this at? This is at. I have it printing on just like the normal like regular speed. So it kind of changes too, depending on what type of what do you even call it, like section of the print. So if it's doing the wall, the infill, the top layer, the bottom, it changes around. But basically, it's probably consistently printing somewhere around 150 to 250 millimeters a second. It's not really getting up to like that 600 just because it'd be too fast, and I kind of wanted it to be a little bit slower. So around 150 to 250. Is the filament expensive? Depends on what it is. If you just get standard PLA or even this one, figure a roll of filament will cost you somewhere between $10 and $30, depending on the brand and the type and all that. What kind of material you get. But I would say on average, I pay about $15 a roll. Kind of look for deals and stuff. Liam, what's going on? Welcome back to the stream. I know. I love 3D printing too. It's so fun. Yeah, it's definitely not too expensive. But definitely if you get into like the carbon infused PLAs or the ABSs or ASAs, those can get kind of up there in price. PETG is about the same price as PLA. And you just gotta see what filament you need for what it is that you're making. If you're just making small knickknacks like this, you don't need anything crazy, but some things need a little bit better. Liam, this is the Anycubic Cobra 3 combo. What am I printing right now? This is a low polygon Lamborghini. For my biggest build so far was probably my life-size Charmander. And it took about, I would say, 4-ish rolls of filament. Different colors and different amounts of things, because I printed it all off in color. So figure about $60 worth of material for that one. Life size, like as tall as you? No. Life size, like as big as Charmander is in the show. So he's about 2 feet tall. So he's not as tall as me, just life sized in terms of like how big he was in the show. Wish they came out with a printer that could not only print, but if you have a model that uses PCBs, that you could assemble a PCB and power supply directly into the model. See, man, that's something that you're gonna have to come up with because you're innovative like that, and I could see you doing something like that. Oh, am I able to show it? The life size Charmander? I can show it. Whenever I get done with this print, because we only got a couple minutes left on this thing. Let's see how much longer we got. Like minutes or seconds even. Yeah, so we've got 5 layers left, so it's gonna be done here real quick. Liam, Cheryl, yeah, you guys want to see it? Okay. Yeah, as soon as I put the wheels on this print right here that you're watching, I'll go ahead and show you guys the life-size Charmander real quick. That way you guys can take a look at that. And I'll show you guys around my room a little bit, so that way you guys can kind of see all the different prints I've done. This print is kind of rough. So Corvette is definitely the move tomorrow. I think almost 200 votes. We got 173 votes right now on that thing. That is crazy. Let's see. Yeah, you definitely came here at a great time. Dang, this ended up being one of my top viewed live streams, which is crazy. Yeah, I know. Definitely not something that I would want to take the job of trying to make something like that, but that is a really cool idea. When did I make the Charmander? About a month ago. If you want to look at my channel, you guys can see I made it, and I made a couple shorts about it. I made like a little skit about it actually, but I made a full-fledged video and a couple shorts about it. But yeah, I'll still show you it so you guys can take a look. My room's a mess though, so I'm gonna have to kind of coordinate so that you guys can see what's going on. Where did you get this design? If you go onto Principles, you can see there is a low poly LAMBO file on there. That's where I got this from. Feel it's going to be the next evolution in 3D printing? Yeah, I think so too. Where you can actually incorporate technology into your prints while it's being created. So that way it's all one piece and stuff like that. Definitely. All right. This is just on a normal print mode, balanced, whatever it's called. So yeah, so here's the print. Let's go ahead and pop this thing off real quick. There's the underneath of it. Super cool. Looks just like the build plate. It is smooth. Crazy cool. And then here's the actual model. And it looks pretty rough on top. This all right here is how it would look anyways. Just because it's a low poly model, there's not a lot of different layers for this. This is not supposed to look like that. But somebody, me, messed up on how many walls it was supposed to have. So yeah. So here's this. Now I'm going to go ahead and connect the tires. And these were just printed off in black on my Elegoo Centauri Carbon. And these just pop into place. They're probably supposed to spin, but I'm not going to worry about it. That looks pretty neat, actually. So let's just go ahead and pop all these in. There we go. Pretty cool. And now for the final touch, let's go ahead and add this spoiler. And there we go. We got our, yeah, I know, right? That's so funny that you say that. It is kind of like it's like a Tesla Lamborghini, right? But yeah, it came out pretty cool. It's a really simple design, but also you obviously know what it is. It's effective. So I really like it. I spoiled it. Yeah, I know, right? Let me go ahead and take this off real quick. So yeah, you guys can see that right there. And yeah, it's a pretty neat filament that actually like changes as it's printing. And that just looks so cool. Gosh, that is annoying. I hate that. But the rest of this came out really good. Pretty neat. So now, I know some of you guys were asking about my life-size Charmander. And there he is right up there. So as you guys can see, that's actually the same filament that we just used. And it changes from red to orange to yellow, and it's a silk. So it actually gives it like an actual flame look. The rest of this was printed off in a matte orange. And this was like a matte pale yellow. The pink, the eyes are all different separate prints. And yeah, and if you want to like compare it to something, there's a Mando helmet that fits my head, and that's Charmander, so he's pretty big. Yeah, I can kind of show you guys some of these other cells I kind of got going on. There's all the Call of Duty perk machines and stuff like that. Ray gun, Fall Guy, and Among Us dude. There's my little sign. Made that like a week ago. I haven't really showed it off yet, but you guys will see it in the video. All my handles, my fully real YouTube 1,000 subscriber plaque that I definitely didn't 3D print and make. Iron Man. You guys asked about a Pokeball. So I got this one. This is like a simple... My shelves are a mess. Don't worry about it. This is like a simple design that I made. Multicolor Pikachu. A couple other low polys, the logo. This one I like a lot more though, because this one is actually a battle damage Pokeball. That's supposed to make it look like it was used, and I understand that battle damage Pokeball isn't real. Trust me. I had plenty of people let me know that this is impossible, but I thought it was cool anyways. So yeah, if you guys want to see any of the other cool stuff that I have made, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and go check out all the different shorts and videos and different content. And I appreciate everybody coming out for the live stream today. And tomorrow it looks like we have 190 votes and Corvette won. So tomorrow, if you guys would like to tune in at 8:30 EST, that was about the same time that I started today. We will print that off, and let's see if I have any last minute chats. Yeah, you could just see the Star Wars stuff that I just showed off. So yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out to this random live stream that I decided to do. 2-hour long print. Came out really cool. Tomorrow, check back in for the Corvette, and I will see you